obviously get to go close to home. What's it mean to you to get to finish your career with a game that close to home?
It means a lot to me, especially to my family. I mean, a lot of them never had the opportunity to travel out here to see me play, and for a lot of them, this will be their first time watching me play. For it to be only a couple hours away from the house, I mean, they're all excited for it.
So many of you guys from Southern California, and you guys don't play there a whole lot. Is it something you guys look forward to when you get a chance like this?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, who doesn't want to play at home, in front of family and friends? And there's a lot of guys on the team from Southern California, so everybody's ready to go.
You find out who your friends are when the tickets come available, and the guys from Texas or whatever get to decide who to give their tickets to.
I know, yeah, and I mean they go fast around here. I'm not sure if there's more guys from California or Texas on the team, but either way, there's a lot, and the tickets go fast.
Is your daughter and girlfriend gonna be able to come down? Your family gonna be able to come see the daughter at the game? Or?
Yeah, they'll drive down.
Okay.
They have to drive because they're taking my dog. He's too big to fly, so they'll drive down a couple days after graduation, and they'll be there for the game.
So that'll be the first time, though, maybe some of your family and friends back home will get to meet your daughter?
Yeah, definitely. We had a couple of them come up for the senior game. They were able to meet her then, but I mean, yeah, there's still a lot of people that haven't, so they'll be able to.
So you moving out basically at the same time, or are you coming back to move out?
No, I'll be back to move out.
You're graduating this month?
Yes,
What's your degree in?
December, health science.
What's that mean to you? To gonna have the diploma and have the degree?
Right, it's a huge accomplishment. There's not a lot of people that can say that they have a college degree, and it's been a long 5 years for me, and to actually get this thing done, I mean, it's something that nobody can ever take from me, so I'm extremely excited for it.
That this is kind of the end of the road? I mean, the final couple weeks of game prep and the final couple weeks of your Boise State football career?
It has. It's come down to an end. But, I mean, we can't sit there and think about that. We still have one more game to go. We still have film to watch. We still have school to finish. So there's still a lot going on. But I think when the clock hits zero, then it'll finally actually hit.
Have you reminisced at all throughout the last couple of weeks, or since the last regular season game was over? Just thinking about obviously you've come a long way since you got on campus.
Yeah, I mean, time flew. It was crazy. I mean, I definitely remember my first game on the blue when I was redshirting and I didn't play and I was swinging the towel, and then obviously my last game when I walked out with my daughter. So, I mean, time flew. It was nuts, and I'm grateful for every moment of it.
That was actually, obviously an emotional moment on senior night, but how disappointing was it that you couldn't play that game?
It was disappointing. I'm sure not only for me, but also for my teammates, but I was able to contribute. So, with the defensive backs, I was able to help them out with things maybe the coaches didn't see, or with the whole team, I was able to keep them energized throughout the game.
Been stuck on 19 for a while. 20 is a nice round number. You looking for that 20th pick?
Yeah, definitely. I'm always looking for interceptions, but if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm still happy with what I had done so far.
The concussion. You came in, did post-game interviews. It seemed like everything was fine, and then ended up out for a couple of weeks. What happened there?
Yeah, I just got a concussion. I
mean, were you not feeling anything at that point, or?
I was feeling a little bit. I was usually when I get dinged, it wears off. So, I mean, it's really no big deal. But then the next day, it was still kind of lingering around. So then that's when I told the trainers.
It just took a while to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You dealt with that before? When you're playing
I've
football?
had one before. Yeah.
Yeah. What is? There's obviously so much talk about concussions right now in football and the movie coming out and all that. What is that like to go through? And I mean, is it scary at all to see all the talk that's out there?
I mean, yeah, but you do play the game of football. It's very physical, and things like that happen. When you do get one, it's just a long process.
What's the hardest part, I guess, of getting through it?
Not playing.
I know Jeremy said he changed helmets after his. You going to do anything different, or stick with the same one? Or?
I'll stick with the same one, yeah.
There has been a lot of talk about that lately, though, and talking about when kids should start playing football and all that. When did you start playing football? And I know you have a little girl, but if you had a little boy, would you let him start at they say before 18. Would you let him start playing before then, obviously? Or?
Before 18, yes. As young as 7, probably not. That's when I started. I mean, football is a game that people love. They love to play. I do believe that children should be a little bit older before they start playing and start, having these collisions. But I think 18 is a little bit too old. I mean, you're kind of behind at that point. So.
Were you tackling at 7 or just flag?
Oh yeah, I never played flag. We just went straight
tackling
to tackling.
At 7 years old. Wow.
Yeah.
We saw you got invited to the Senior Bowl, or one of the bowl games, right? After the season, what does that mean to you? Get a chance to try to show your stuff for scouts and stuff, obviously to continue your career at the next level.
It's a blessing for me to obviously to know that guys around the country notice me and they know who I am and they would like me to participate in their bowl game. It's the Reese's Senior Bowl, January 30th in Alabama. I'm excited for the opportunity and I'm excited to go out there and represent Boise State.
How did that come about? How do you find out? How do they reach out to you? Was it, I guess, to invite you to the game?
They sent a letter.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys haven't been full strength on defense in quite some time. Important to you guys to go out there and kind of finish the season and show as a defense and kind of what you guys can be when you're all together?
Yeah, it definitely is a big deal for us. We obviously want to go out there and win this football game. We want to play well on defense and correct the mistakes that we made a few weeks prior.
You know much about Northern Illinois?
I know a little bit about them. I know they have playmakers, especially at the receiver position. I know that they have a winning tradition there, just like we do, and I know they'll be ready to go.
You said earlier this year that you applied to, or you at least wanted feedback to go to the draft, or feedback about if you went to the draft after your junior season, and you obviously came back for your senior year. Do you feel like you put yourself in a good position for a post-collegiate, potentially NFL career?
I do think that I have. I do think that I've improved since this time last year when I actually sent in an evaluation. Overall, I'm happy with my decision that I've made. I was able to come back and correct myself, not only as a football player but as a person. And I don't have to finish here at Boise State and go back and think, what if I would have stayed one more year? I used all my time up, and if it's meant to be, then it's meant to be.
Do they give you actual feedback anymore in terms of, we think you need to get better at this and that, or do they just give you your, draft whatever and that's it?
They actually didn't give me anything.
Okay.
I heard from the coaches. I'm not sure what it consists of, so you'll have to ask them.
Did coaches give you any, did they tell you anything coming in this year? Hey, these are a couple things we think you really need to get better at? Or?
A couple things that I've heard that I needed to work on with my hips, and that's something that I've been taking very heavily since the offseason of last year, and I feel like I have improved, but there's still more that I can do.
Just being more fluid, or
Exactly.
what's?
Yeah.
Has it set in that this is gonna be the last go around for you, and you're gonna have most likely a chance to play at the next level?
Yeah, it has set in, but like I was saying earlier, we still have a one more game to finish. We still have to go out there and try to win. We still have to finish the finals. We still got a couple more practices. It's not over yet. So we're taking it day by day and just enjoying the moment.
You talked a lot about having a daughter now, having a family to take care of and provide for and stuff. The NFL, that could potentially be a lucrative thing where you could certainly do that. How much does that come in, maybe since she's been born, or just now when you're thinking about the Senior Bowl and the Combine and the draft and all that, just knowing that potentially this is the chance for you to do that for your family?
It's a huge chance for us. I know they're looking at me. I'm the source to provide for them, and that's something that I want to do. That's something that I feel that I'm ready to do. But at the same time, it's not up to me. I can only control what I can control. I can only play as well as I can play in this last bowl game and get out there to Alabama and show what I can do. But when it's all said and done, I believe it's up to the Lord. And if He wants me to play at the next level, then I'll play at the next level.
Have you received a combine invite yet?
I haven't.
Do you have expectations on getting drafted? And obviously after the bowl game wraps up, things probably are going to start to happen rapidly. You probably got to find an agent and all that stuff. So have you any former guys that have gone through this process that have given you a little advice or anything like that yet?
Yeah, and the advice that I get most is it's up to you. Nobody else can do anything except for you. You have to go out there and just continue to prove yourself. It's not over. There's still a long way between now and the draft, and there's a lot of things that can happen. And ultimately, it's how you perform and how you take it day by day. So.